doing? You right?
I'm very good.
I ain't seen you in ages.
About 2 years,
what a beautiful day, what a
about
beautiful
2
light.
years.
It's hitting your face, you look wonderful today.
I know. Radio 1, me and Kissy were together on 2007, he got involved. How did that happen? How did you get on there and how did it impact on your career?
They were like, they had Mistress De Funk on and they were just like, we need a bit more of that kind of stuff. But we would do more like airport noises and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they phoned up a few other people and then they wouldn't do it, they couldn't do it, they were busy. So I did it.
Were you tending the queue?
Yeah, probably. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it was cool. I've got weekly now. Since last, I went for weekly now.
You took over Eddie Halliwell, right?
Yeah, which is, it's been
pretty iconic person to take over.
I guess so, different scene though, isn't it, I guess. And I love it. I mean, I just kind of take it the week as it comes, really. It's definitely the highlight of my week, I think. Just because I think it's because of the number of people, because things like, I do DJ gigs every week to like thousands of people, I guess, but like the radio show is hundreds of thousands, like, you know what I mean? It's like,
and it's global every week, all over. You've got exposure every week, all over the world.
So thanks for telling me that. Maybe even more nervous now.
The last 4 years really have all been a bit of a whirlwind. Like, how did you just all of a sudden seem to explode? You were right at the front of everyone's attention. Did that come through production or your sets, or how did you really sort of start grabbing attention? I think 2006 you were just everywhere.
I think I don't know. I don't really know how to answer when I get asked stuff like that. I think all I can say is that I think that the thing is, like, I'm like 25. Like when I'm like touring around and stuff, I tend to notice. I tend to notice I'm a bit younger, I guess. Yeah. And I think I was just right place, right time. I just think that I was, I guess, one of the first of a generation, I guess, to just kind of look at a lot of house music and stuff and just say, I don't really like it. Like, it's like it's just not my cup of tea. I don't know. For me, like, dance music is like those rave tapes I used to get, like, when I was in Essex and listened to mates' cars and stuff, and like just all the energy and stuff. And I was into so much like alternative music when I was younger. It's that energy and excitement and lack of repetition. That's what I love. That's what gets me out of bed.
When I did a mix on Radio 1, he was like, "How do you know when the next track's different?"
No, I said, how do you know a good one of these tracks to a bad one?
So I was very offended, but it's okay. I was going to say something about Crowe and Mixed Bag, but if you're anything like me, you get a bit embarrassed about things, so I'm going to do it anyway. Mixed Bag last year said you were one of the most energetic, charismatic and entertaining DJs of the decade. What do you do to stay at the forefront of the scene? Like, you've obviously got to keep evolving, you want to keep fresh in everyone's mind, and you're always at the front. Like, how do you try and do that? Is it effortless? Is it thought?
Oh, no, well, I think it's a big quote. Right? It's a big quote.
Nice
I think
quote.
the way I see it though is I think that I'm just a fan. Like I make sure I say that all the time when I meet people. I just say, look, before anyone says anything about how great I've done so and so or whatever, it's just like I'm just a fan of other people's music. I still get starstruck when I meet I grew up most weeks ago. I had Norman Cook on the show last night. I had Gary Newman on my show a while ago. When I meet these people, I can barely speak. I get so starstruck, and everything I do is like, it's like when I was at art school, I learned a lot about postmodernism and stuff, and it's just when you like other stuff and you just put it together and make something new, and that's all I ever do really. It's just I'm very open about what I reference and who I'm inspired by, and it's just quite pure. All I want to do is this. It's all I want to do, and I just want to make most of it while I'm still here. I think, and anyone else watching this now can do exactly the same thing. It's just that you've got to, you've got to have that fire, that obsession, and if it's not music, then it'd be something else and follow that.
Yeah, but it's also, as a DJ, it's nice to have that sort of temperament, where you're still totally shocked by the people that want to work with you or that like what you're doing. And it's nice to have that sort of temperament. There's a lot of egos in this one, so
there are quite a few scary ones, but I just, as I said, I just enjoy it, and even like my mixing style as well. Like the reason I mix so quickly and I do all the rewinds and I use the 4 decks and stuff. It's because for me, it's like I'm doing it in homage to like all my favourite DJs because that's what like DJ Hype did when I was a kid. I did the Fantasia stage. I did it at Colourfest a few weeks ago, but I did it last year at Global Gathering, and then Rat Pack were there as well.
Oh wow,
and,
old school.
They like started emceeing over my set for a little bit, and I was just like, but like, for me, like that, it's just that energy. It's like boom, 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 putting the tunes in straight away. It's like that's just you're putting on a decent show. It's a bit more of a performance, and these days, like I just get so nervous about gigs, like especially when I'm headlining and stuff, because I just think, well, I could like ruin someone's night if I did a bad set. So you've got to put more effort in.
Can you tell us a bit about your label?
I can.
I see. Oh, check that out.
I didn't even do it on purpose. That's a coincidence.
No, he asked me beforehand. Tell us a bit about the ethos behind it, and what do you look for in an artist? What do you look for in a track?
It's just quite simple, really. It's like most things in my life, really. It's just quite simple. I just there was a lot of people that I supported, like on the radio show and in my DJ sets and stuff. And I've always wanted to have my own record label because, first of all, what I've learned of like the music industry is it's good to have your own label anyway.
Yeah.
It's good to be able to release your own music because if you know, when you're in a situation where someone else is telling you what music you're allowed to release, so it's a bit of a strange one, especially when you're in such a creative environment. And Jon, which is based on having innovative ideas, it's weird. But I just want to give something back. You know, when I came through, I had so much kindness to strangers, people like Touche and Edison Morris and like Loose Cannons and Sened and Simi Mobile Disco, like, you know, Mark Moore goes on. And I just think it's really important for me to pass that on. If I don't do that, then it's I'm just not playing the game. I couldn't live with myself. You know what I mean?
That's what I was going to ask. Like, I've got a label, and as much as I love working with established artists, like I get such a buzz out of finding new artists. So I was going to say, like, is there anybody that you're really excited about at the moment?
Loads.
Coming through the label or even the scene in general? Is there anybody?
Just like, I mean, the thing is, like, if anything, like, I wish I could sign more acts to my label. But what I've learned very quickly is it actually takes loads of time because you've got to do them proud. You know, I'm actually representing people's interests, you know, and I want to do them a good job. But yeah, no, I'm big time into Hot Pink DeLorean. These guys are squatters who released a single by my label, a track called Monster, and it's just done really well. It's just really cool. It's really exciting. But you know, there's loads of other people that aren't on my label, like Zed's Dead from Canada. I think they're just fantastic. They're kind of dubstep producers, but they've done a few tracks that are like 4/4, which I think is kind of the future. I think more people should do that, and I think. I just think their music is just totally crazy. I love risk taking, you know what I mean? When you just hear a track and you go, whoa, you know what I mean?
Can you tell us a bit about your debut album, You? I know that took...
About a while ago.
Yeah, but can you tell us a bit about, obviously, because it was your first album, what was the process behind it? I know it took you like a year to make. Where's the inspiration from? Well,
I guess it's a concept album for starters. I mean, like, it was, it's funny, isn't it, when you get asked to put an album out, and it's like, I knew I wanted to do something song-based because I wanted something that would just kind of stick around, like, that wouldn't kind of sound cool for like 2 weeks and then we'd go out of fashion or something, you know. And I think if anything, I think I slightly overplayed that card because I think the album sounds so completely different from anything else. It's kind of a lot of people went, what the hell is it? But then again, a lot of other people went, got it, you know.
Yeah,
that's
cool. Why it was successful. It was, you know, it was well received.
But it's, I mean, the whole point was just to strike like a nostalgic, I guess, note, and a lot of other people, like my advice, having my cousin singing songs that we'd written together about literally about ridiculous situations I got myself into when I was younger, because that's all I ever seem to, you know that Russell Brand quote when he says his life is just a load of embarrassing incidents punctuated by telling people about those embarrassing. That's just my life completely. I mean, even a few weeks ago, ridiculous. You know, some of the DJs you meet, and then like they have no idea who you are. And fair play, of course. And it's just, you know, I get myself into so much stupid, because I think it's kind of quite friendly. You meet some famous DJ and I go and say hello, whereas a lot of people probably wouldn't. And then when you go and say hello, something ridiculous happens, and then it's
Especially if they go, who are you?
Yeah.
That's always embarrassing.
I don't mind. It's like, you know what I mean? I think I was in Vienna recently, and I got in a taxi to the club, and I turned around and there was this guy in the back, and I said, hello mate, what's your name? He goes, I'm Paul. And I said, alright, nice to meet you, Paul. And then I went, what's your DJ name? Paul? And he said, oh no, I'm not a DJ, I'm in a band called Maximo Park. And I went, can I swear on this or not?
Yeah, go on.
What I really said was, fuck off. You're not in get fucked. You're not in Maximo Park. And it turned out he was, and I just couldn't believe it.
That's
and it was just,
isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was just so. I was just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, I saw you at Glastonbury. I thought it was one of the best live performances I'd ever seen of a band. Like, you know, it's just mad to have some of the predicaments I find myself in.
You're in a very privileged position in this situation. You get to meet a lot of people. Like, you know, obviously you make a lot of original tracks, but you do a lot of remix, very in-demand remix. So, you know, stuff with Mark Ronson, Ruben Armada. Like, that must have been pretty surreal when those kind of requests started coming in. Like, was that frightening? Was it exciting?
I think the funny thing was though, I think I was so cut off with things like, you know, like when a lot of people say, you know, Kissy, what was your secret? How did you break into the music industry? It's like I just did what I did, and I wanted people to hear it, and I guess so. I still had that attitude for quite a while. I think being on Radio 1 it's taught me a lot of good things. I think because just about how to behave in the wider world as well, because it's when you're a producer just stuck in the studio, like you're kind of in the bubble a bit, you know what I mean, and everything you do is just a kind of statement, you know. I loved that though. So when I got things like, I mean, All Saints was the first one when I really got excited and just thought, I'm going to go to town on this. Like, I've got nothing to lose, nobody knows who I am. If I just make some ridiculous electro kind of like Tia Schwartzy, Trent Mollerish kind of like electro with like, I don't know, like Human League remix of All Saints. Like, what have I got to lose? What have I got to lose? So that's exactly what I did, and risk taking. You know what I mean? That's what I said. A producer,
well, there's a difference, and there's DJs that play safe, producers that play safe, and then there's risk takers. And if you're educated and you know what you're doing, those risks generally pay off.
I guess
Playing it safe isn't.
I like to think it's just if you're just into it enough. You know what I mean? Sometimes if I meet people and I say, what kind of music do you play or something, and they go, I don't know, like a bit of like, I guess it's like house music with a bit of like, I don't know, like a bit of bass. And I'm like, why don't you know what you play? If someone asks me what I play, I tell them straight away. It's easy. Like, I know because I love it. Like I love the tunes, I love the music, I'm very proud to have all these opportunities. You're right, I am really privileged. I need to make the most of it. You know what I mean? And I wanted to share it, you know, because I see so many people that are really, really talented, and I think
they don't get anywhere. You need to help.
Yeah. Because I think there's, you know, it's a slightly sad predicament you're in with the music industry when because people are not making any money out of music, you know, like no music's getting signed. And I see so many wicked records and I'm just like, I do that. So that's what I've done.
Sometimes you can sell a track that's amazing, and because of the oversaturation of music, it sells 20 copies. You know what I mean? Like that, a lot of people are slipping under the radar, so it's nice to be able to put back in what you've got. Yeah,
and also we do 50-50 splits with everybody on the label. I'm not doing it for money, I really am not. I just can't. I don't even know how you would do it. I don't, you know, we're not even a physical product. We don't put on vinyls or anything.
No, it's just digital.
And even then, I still don't understand how people make money out of it. I don't get it. You know, it's
no, it's more about
exposure. Really.
Yeah, it's exposure, and it's, you know, you can get more opportunities through labels of tracks and things, but there's no money to be made anymore. Like, I remember Steve Lawler saying that he used to make about 16 grand a track. Like,
like Steve Mack and the River Masters. Yeah, they used to get like 15 grand a remix.
That's what I mean.
It's mad. Yeah.
So we're well in the money over here, aren't we? Right, rest of the summer, it's festival season.
Great to see you again.
Oh, wicked to see you.
I'm sure you'll get more famous people on later on. I won't be.
Yeah, well, we'll just delete
Just gloss over me.
We're just warming up. What about the rest of the summer? Festivals, Ibiza, what have you got planned?
I only take every week as it comes, really, just because I get so nervous about gigs. I want to make sure, so basically, like even with this gig, like I only kind of thought about it on like Monday last week, you know, which is wicked though, because you've seen the lineup. It's
cool.
Anything festival.
Shade, well up for a bit of
just like Fake Blood, Erelak, Vitality. You know what I mean? I think it's incredible. So it's just nice to be involved. But I'm doing Glastonbury. I'm doing 2 gigs at Glastonbury, which I'm quite excited about. I'm headlining the Arcadia stage and Q Penge as well. So yeah, which should be cool.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, I'll be there because you're going to give me a pass.
Nice.
Is there anything else that, you know, anything? What's next for Kissy Sell?
No, just wish me luck.
Each day as it comes, isn't it? Good luck. Have a really good set, right? This is Kissy Seller. I'm Mistress De Funk. Thank you very much.